It's time once again for award-winning broadcaster Michelle Lee as she goes one-on-one with the artists we love and enjoy on Michelle Lee on Air.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Lee, and today I'm welcoming, for the first time to Michelle Lee on Air, multi-award-winning singer-songwriter, a true entertainer. It's Cali Tucker. Cali, thanks so much for being with me today.
Oh, it's so good to be here with you, Michelle. Thanks for having me.
It's such a pleasure. I mean, I've been enjoying your songs like Urban Cowboy and Country Couture for the past several years now. And of course, a lot of people may be familiar with you because you were a contestant on The Voice as well, season 6, and Team Blake.
That's right. God, it was a million years ago, but yes.
Well, I have to ask you, of course, with being on The Voice, of course, and a lot of people may be wondering, why does the name sound familiar? Cali Tucker, of course, you are the daughter of 70s great country artist La Costa Tucker, the niece of Tanya Tucker. So let's talk a little bit about this. And of course, your journey on The Voice, and have you run into challenges being, La Costa's daughter and Tanya's niece? Or does it make it easier for you to kind of bring your music to your fans and your listeners?
That's such a great question. I mean, it's neither hurt me nor is it like given me a leg up in any way. Because, I think it's one of those things where my last name, I have a lot of pride with it. Like I don't shy away from it because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for my mom and my aunt and them showing me, the doorway into country music and what, that life is like. And I just kind of grew up loving it and wanting to be a part of it. So I celebrate them. I celebrate my last name. And this has all been a grassroots effort really for my entire life. And, where I'm at now is just, through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and hard work. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to music and being an artist, you actually have to have the goods behind it. You can't just, my last name is this and I'm related to this person. So here I am, just sign me up for being, a huge star and all that. It's not how it works. So, but I've worked really hard at my craft and I've honed it and I'm just really proud of the music that I'm creating, that I'm doing. It's fun. It's different. And it's kind of country music that I feel like it just represents me and the kind of person I am and my personality. And it's super genuine and authentic. And if it wasn't for The Voice, I wouldn't be out here performing in Las Vegas, and I wouldn't have met my producer and my co-writer, and it's funny because I had a great person once tell me, they're like, leave Nashville and build your army elsewhere and then come back. Mm-hmm. And so that is essentially what we are doing. My entire team has been amazing, and I've grown my team over many, many years of doing this, and we're really excited to come back to Nashville and make our mark, So, but I grew up in Nashville for the listeners. That's my hometown.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go back.
Well, one of the things, and I like how you were talking about how you have to go and build your team and build your foundation and create what you want to create. You know what? I've been working hard and here we are. And speaking of that, when did you start writing? And of course, working with your songwriting collaborations have been just so remarkable. Like I mentioned your songs, Urban Cowboy and Country Couture. I mean, and the single Last Name, which was released back in July, that we're going to be talking about here in a bit because a video's coming out soon. But, when you really started songwriting, was it before and meeting these wonderful folks that you've been collaborating with?
Lord, yes, girl. I was a national songwriter for, years. And I remember being very young, picking up the guitar, mom giving us, guitar lessons, and me starting that songwriting journey very, very young. And I collaborated with some incredible songwriters over the years in Nashville, and, found it, it was just such a learning lesson of what it is, because we would write and it would be awesome. And we created some really fun, awesome songs and some really meaningful songs and emotional songs, but I wasn't quite hitting the mark. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I wasn't like feeling that, oh, we got something, we got something. And I had all like growing up in country music, it is part of my soul. It's in my roots. I mean, it's very much a part of who I am. But I started, growing up, and then I was like being introduced to all these different genres, like, rock and pop and hip hop and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, my mind was blown. This, I was so intrigued. And so I found it as I got older that I was having a very difficult time fitting into this particular genre of standard traditional country music. And I wasn't able to write what I was hearing in my head. I wasn't able to get that out. So I would have to say that it wasn't until I moved to Vegas and started working with my producer, my co-writer, that they were able to help bring that out in me. And in a, they actually do a lot with K-pop, and so they understood the elements of both and combining the two, just this pop sound, this country sound that I wanted, and I was able to write freely and very uninhibited, and it was really a great, like magical, like coming of age experience. So I was able to find myself in my sound by being out here. But I'd always been a songwriter. But like I said, I just could never really hit it where I wanted it to be.
Right.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. And as we get a chance to talk about the current single, Last Name, how does it fit into your overall journey as an artist, especially following your well-received 2024 single Country Couture and 2020's Urban Cowboy? And because Country Couture, it mentions of a beauty queen, and how did that help you in your musical journey?
I loved releasing Country Couture first because it was such a stamp of like, this is who I am. This is like the color and the light and the life that I want to bring to my music and in my live performances. There's a lot of comedy. There's a lot of self-deprecating humor. There's just a lot of audience participation and interaction. Like I wanted to really write a song that was kind of like a summer, you know, roll your windows down, put your top down, kind of fun summer song, that everybody could kind of get to know me in the best way possible. So, I'm a country girl, but I'm super bougie at the same time. So it was great to be able to get to introduce myself, I should say, in that way with Country Couture. And I just have a lot of, I just love color and I love fashion. And this is just the best way to introduce myself. And then Urban Cowboy was so very special. We wrote that during quarantine. And it was just like, that song means so much to me because I've always grown up loving fairy tales and Disney movies and things like that. And I wanted to write a song about love and a fairy tale and create a new age fairy tale for everyone to kind of follow and just have that. It was so special because it's about an urban cowboy, an urban myth, an urban legend. You've heard about him, but you've never seen him, and it's a quintessential like Prince Charming. Everybody's looking for their Prince Charming, but I even went as far as like I obviously want the girls to always want to want their urban cowboy, but I also wanted the guys to want to be their urban cowboy. Like I want to be the best version of myself possible, so I can find my princess. It was always double-sided thing. It wasn't just for the girls. But the fantasy of that music video, we're hoping to turn it into a children's book, which could eventually be a movie. Who knows where it could go, because
Right.
it is a super special story. And I encourage everybody to go watch those music videos because they were made with such love, and it was so special making them. But Last Name obviously is a kind of it's a absolute different side of my writing. Also, trying to tell the story of not feeling supported within their family. And a lot of people, I think, have thought that this is a personal story about my family, my last name, but it's actually not. It was written with a good friend of mine who's known me for 20 years. We wrote it in St. Louis. And when he came out, he was so unsupported by his family, and this family disowned him. And so he and I went through this challenge together as friends, trying to figure out what his place in the world was going to be, and was he going to be successful? Was he going to be happy? And he now is married. He has a wonderful career. He's probably the most successful person I've ever met, and lives this incredible life. And he had to do that all without the support of his family. And I know that there's so many people out there that struggle, you know, within their marriage. They're not getting support by their spouse. Kids aren't being supported by their parents when they want to be a dancer or they want to be an actor. They're pushed. They're going against the grain of what is expected of them, and not feeling that love and support. And then even a better friend said, oh, I was an orphan growing up. I grew up in the foster care system. I wanted that last name, and I couldn't. I never got it. I never got to have that. So I've had to forge my own path in my own way. And so this is obviously it's a little more serious of a subject. And, I just I just had to be written about, because I wanted people to feel like you're being heard, you're being supported, and where everyone's rooting you on. And even if it's not your family, you can create your own family through your friends and the circle of people you have around you. And so I thought that was a really important song to write, and we just did it so organically, based off his story. And the music video is super special. And I'll go ahead and give everybody like a teaser. It is a Cinderella story.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, what in the world? This is the greatest way to express the story. Cinderella was not supported by her mother and her stepsisters, and she walked through life with kindness and courage, and she came out to be the princess. So but there's a twist at the end. There's definitely
Right.
a twist. Don't think I didn't throw a twist in there, but my whole brand is definitely playfulness and a lot of fantasy.
I love it.
Yeah. So,
well, it is so remarkable. Of course, I've had the pleasure to get the sneak peek of Last Name with the video, and of course, we've been playing your music for the last several years now, and of course, featuring Last Name on all our shows. And Callie, what is so remarkable is the authenticness of you and your music, and the sincerity that you have, the passion that you are providing in every lyric, every note that you sing and write is just so wonderful. And you know what? Let's embrace that last name. I mean, your grandpa Bo, I mean, he had visions for your mom and your aunt, and it's just carried on through the family. And it's so great to see what you have been able to make of your own with your name, and we know more is to come. And this video is going to be being released, officially launched out there on September 4th, so everybody gets to enjoy it. We'll be happy to be spotlighting it, so everybody can check it out on my website, as well as on our social media platforms as well, because it is definitely a beautiful song, well written, and so much meaning in the song of Last Name.
Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate it. Love the support. And you guys have just been really good to me. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. And Kelly, it's been such a great honor to have a chance to talk with you. I want to make sure everybody knows they can follow you on all your social media platforms. You're a busy girl out there performing in Vegas and elsewhere, and your website is calitucker.com. Again, thank you so much, and congratulations on such a remarkable career as of right now, and we cannot wait to see what is still to come.
Hey, me too.
Well, here is Last Name. It is Cali Tucker on Michelle Lee on air. Thanks again, Callie.
Thank you.
You couldn't bear to see me standing on my own. If you thought that I would give up, you were wrong. to clap when I win. Success will be my revenge. If you're so afraid of what I can do, I wouldn't stick around if I were you. 'Cause I'm about to change the game. And forget we share the same last name. No, you can't press rewind, go back in time. Be there when I really did it good. I'll get the credit for everything, and I'll be the go-to you. Aren't you proud to share my last name? Aren't you proud to share my last name? Aren't you proud to share my last name? Aren't you proud to share my last name?
There's Cali Tucker with Last Name, her latest single, here on Michelle Lee On Air. Be sure to follow and like Cali Tucker on all social media platforms so you don't miss the premiere of the video for Last Name. And be sure to visit her website at calitucker.com. I'm Michelle Lee, more of the greatest